The best way to predict your future is to create it. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. Your past does not equal your future. Challenge and adversity are meant to help you know who you are. Storms hit your weakness, but unlock your true strength. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. All life is an experiment. The more experiments you make, the better. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Happiness often sneaks in through a door you didn't know you left open. Happiness is not the absence of problems. It's the ability to deal with them. Obstacles aren't roadblocks. They're road signs. On the other side of a storm is the strength that comes from having navigated through it. Raise your sail and begin. Trust yourself. You've survived a lot, and you'll survive whatever is coming. Boundaries won't make you lose friends and relationships. They'll make you lose pretenders and manipulators. Sometimes there's no right decision to make. In those cases, first you make a decision, and then you work to make it right. Work at your job and make a living. Work on yourself and make a fortune. Love is about giving without expecting anything in return. You came into this huge world alone and will go out of it alone. Hence, you can make any impossible thing possible by yourself only. Don't give up on yourself. There's a reason why you started. Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. You won't find the kind of love that your parents had for you anywhere. Once you realize you deserve better, letting go will be the best decision ever. At the end of the game, the king and the pawn go back to the same box. Strange how complicated we can make things just to avoid showing what we feel. You are who you are. Nobody's approval is needed. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take it and make it perfect. Life doesn't care about your vision. You just got to roll with it. If you don't let go of the wrong people, you'll never meet the right people. One day you will wake up and there won't be any more time to do the things you've always wanted. Do it now. Kites rise highest against the wind, not with it. Focus on your goal. Don't look in any direction but ahead. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Learn from the mistakes of others. You can't live long enough to make them all yourself. We don't walk away to teach people a lesson. We walk away because we finally learned ours. To perceive the world differently, we must be willing to change our belief system, let the past slip away, expand our sense of now, and dissolve the fear in our minds. Most people will deceive you if you give them at least half a chance. When nothing can go wrong, it will. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. The door to happiness opens outward. Believe that life is worth living, and your belief will help create the fact. Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path, and leave a trail. It's good to be generous, benign, and magnanimous, but there's a limit or you'll be taken for granted. If someone emphasizes that they are telling the truth, you can be sure they are lying. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. You earn your value by chasing morality and practicing dignity. Be smart. Choose a woman who didn't have a man for long. She has found harmony in herself. I remember sitting alone thinking I'd hit rock bottom, but during the tough time, I met people who shared lessons with me that helped me get through it. These lessons might be just what you need right now. A winner's attitude. It may be difficult, but it's possible. Correction does much, but encouragement does more. The result may be the same, but you won't be. Life's unfair. Get tough and make the best of it. You are stronger than you think you are. The woman who smiles at you when you meet her is most likely just planning to feed her ego. The one who puts the finishing touches on their life each day is never short of time. Make each day your masterpiece. If you want to increase your success rate, double your failure rate. We cannot change the past. We can only take action in the present and therefore change the future. Be yourself. People don't have to like you, and you don't have to care. The real question of life after death isn't whether or not it exists, but even if it does, what problem this really solves. Nonviolence is a weapon of the strong. Declare the past. Diagnose the present. Foretell the future. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. Frequent and casual fatigue portends an impending illness. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we respond to it. No great thing is created suddenly anymore. Expectation always hurts, so expect less or no expectation from others. Never give up on something you really want. It's difficult to wait, but it's more difficult to regret. Our view of the world is truly shaped by what we decide to hear. The strongest people are not those who show strength in front of us, but those who fight battles we know nothing about. Never keep people in your life if they don't love and respect you as much as you do them. Philosophy is an unusually stubborn attempt to think clearly. Accept that some folks love to point fingers and blame others. All failures are temporary when you keep trying. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. It had long since come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things. Man conquers the world by conquering himself. Never back down from a real challenge. They give the best blessing in life. Being honest with yourself and responsible will make you breathe. The worst kinds of enemies are those who pretend to be your friends. Money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. A goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. An adventure is never an adventure when it happens. An adventure is simply physical and emotional discomfort recollected in tranquility. Don't make decisions when you're angry. Don't make promises when you're happy. One of the most dangerous things you can do is compare your life to somebody else's. It's not a race, it's your journey. Stop expecting others to give you more respect than the respect you give yourself. A dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, including yourself. Love is about making sacrifices for the ones you care about. The patient should not hide his illness from the doctor, and the poor man cover his poverty in front of his friends. Adversity is like a strong wind. It tears away from us all but the things that cannot be torn, so that we see ourselves as we really are. As long as you are alive, no obstacle is permanent. Blessed is he that expects nothing, for he shall never be disappointed. There will always be someone who doesn't see your worth. Don't let it be you. The only joy in the world is to begin. We should try to be the parents of our future rather than the offspring of our past. You can change other people, and it's rude to try. If we suspect that a man is lying, we should pretend to believe him, for then he becomes bold and assured, lies more vigorously, and is unmasked. I never did anything worth doing by accident, nor did any of my inventions come in directly through accident, except the photograph. Never hurt others to heal yourself. You see a person's true colors when you are no longer beneficial to their life. Ask questions from your heart, and you will be answered from the heart. When your motives are sincere, it's not you who loses anyone. Rather, it's others who lose you. Tell yourself that what has passed will never come back. The way people treat you is a reflection of their character, not yours. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. Too many people spend money they haven't earned to buy things they don't want to impress people they don't like. Envy is a waste of time. You already have everything you need. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. Use things, not people. Love people, not things. Your struggle is part of your story. We are here to laugh at the odds and live our lives so well that death will tremble to take us. One of the fastest ways to improve your life is to simply do what you said you were going to do. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Education and knowing things mean nothing if you're not willing to put in the effort and use what you know. A thinker sees his own actions as experiments and questions as attempts to find out something. Success and failure are for him answers above all. When true virtue is lost, good nature appears. You must let the pain visit. You must allow it to teach you. You must not allow it to overstay. The less possessions you own, the happier and less burdened you will be in your life. Learn not to tell anything to anyone, because only then will your life definitely get better. Sometimes you're not going to fit in no matter how hard you try, and it's better to just be alone. We learn not in school, but in life. Of all sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest are these: "It might have been." Life is what happens when you're making other plans. Only two things we regret on our deathbed: that we are a little loved and little traveled. Be like the cliff against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. For every reason, it's not possible. There are hundreds of people who have faced the same circumstances and succeeded. Find ecstasy in life. The mere sense of living is joy enough. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. If there's a book that you want to read, but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it. There is an organic affinity between joyousness and tenderness. Everything that you do, you are creating dots. You can connect those dots in the later part of life and understand why you did what you did. The truth will set you free, but first, it will piss you off. It's scary when things change, but it's even scarier when they don't. Learn to be content and happy by yourself. If you need company to be happy, then it will make you weak. Your life becomes so peaceful when your anger for the people who hurt you turns into sympathy for them. Look in the mirror. That's your competition. Be kind to people without allowing them to take advantage of your good nature. Make and keep friends with the people you want to emulate, not the people you think will be most likely to accept you. Take time to enjoy life's simple pleasures. It's in these moments that we often find the most joy. Anger is the punishment we give ourselves for someone else's mistake. Never take for granted the time you spend with the people you love. It could be over any day. The value of time becomes evident when it's gone. Use it wisely. To get married means to have your rights and double your responsibilities. There is no better way to save yourself than saving money every day. Compound interest can do wonders. Never sacrifice your growth for anyone. Whoever talks her lot often fails. Your vision will be blurry, but it will grow clear with time. They have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. You cannot convince people to love you. No one will ever give you love because you want him or to give it. Real love moves freely in both directions. Don't waste your time on anything else. We lavish gifts upon children, but the most precious gift, our personal association, which means so much to them, we give grudgingly. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. The people who say you can't and you won't are usually the ones scared that you will. Both optimists and pessimists contribute to society. The optimist invents the airplane, the pessimist the parachute. The best way to keep your word is not to give it. To see what is right and not do it is a lack of courage. Things that will count: your health and your achievements. In order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. The best way to succeed in this world is to act on the advice you give to others. Never go to the past, not for happiness, not for justification, not for excuses. The world is what it is. You are what you are. Don't judge your greatness by your shadow at sunset. Neither satiety nor hunger and nothing else is good if one transgresses the measure of nature. There are a lot of things worth caring about. Thanks for watching. To make sure you don't miss any future videos, please click the circular subscribe button in the middle of the screen. You can also check out more videos on the left or our playlists on the right. Don't forget to like and share to help us spread the word. Thanks you.